Hello everyone, my name is JaeYoung, and today I will present the paper Motion Anything, Any to Motion Generation, published on Arxiv in March 2025. Although it's an archive preprint, it has drawn attention for achieving state-of-the-art performance across multiple motion generation benchmarks, and for introducing a unified and generalizable framework for multimodal human motion generation. Its technical contributions and empirical results make it worthy of discussion in this presentation. Let me begin by providing some background. Text-to-motion generation is the task of generating human motion from natural language descriptions, such as a man walk forward with both hands above head. Another related task is music to dance generation, which aims to generate synchronized and stylistically appropriate dance motions from background music. These two tasks have evolved in parallel, and while both have seen recent progress, they still suffer from several limitations. First, many recent works use masked autoregressive models or diffusion models to generate motion, but they often apply random masking during training. This makes it difficult for the model to prioritize important motion frames or body parts, such as key gestures or rhythmic beats, that are semantically aligned with the condition. Second, most existing methods are single modality focused. They either take only text or only music as input. Even when models support multiple modalities, they fail to integrate them effectively. For example, combining a textual description like a calm, flowing dance with a piece of ambient music should ideally guide the model to produce coherent, expressive motion. Most prior models are not designed to handle such joint conditioning. To address these issues, this paper proposes Motion Anything, a unified framework that supports any two motion generation. It accepts text, music, or a combination of both as conditioning input and focuses on generating semantically aligned, temporally and spatially controllable motion. The core idea behind the proposed method is to introduce attention-based masking and two specialized transformer modules to achieve controllable motion generation. First, I'll describe the attention-based masking, then the temporal adaptive transformer, also known as TAT, and finally the spatial aligning transformer, also known as SAT. Let me start with the attention-based masking mechanism. Rather than randomly selecting which frames or joints to mask during training, this approach uses attention scores between the input condition and the motion sequence. Frames or joints that receive higher attention scores, meaning that they are more relevant to the condition, are selected for masking and subsequent reconstruction. This allows the model to focus on semantically meaningful parts of the motion sequence. Next, the temporal adaptive transformer, also known as TAT, is responsible for aligning motion over time dimension. For instance, If the condition involves a musical beat, TAT helps synchronize motion to that beat. If the input is text only, TAT uses self-attention. Since clip text embeddings are single vectors without temporal resolution. This lets the motion sequence self-align while treating the text as a global context. On the other hand, when music is present, TAT switches to cross-attention, allowing the model to align the temporal structure of music with motion frames. Finally, the spatial aligning transformer, also known as SAT, handles alignment across body parts. If the text says a personal race is their left hand, SAT ensures that attention is focused on the left hand joints. To enable this, the model reshapes the motion representation so that each joint's movement across time is clearly exposed, allowing the model to directly map parts of the condition to specific body parts. Together, TAT and SAT ensure that motion is aligned both temporally and spatially to the input conditions. Let me now move on to the experimental setup and results. The authors evaluate their model on 3 types of benchmarks. First, they use standard text-to-motion benchmarks, Human ML3D and Kids ML. And for music-to-dance task, they use AISD++ dataset. AISD++ consists of around 1400 motions with 13 topics and 10 dance genres. And the newly proposed dataset, Text Music Dance, also known as TMD, which includes paired samples of text, music, and motion data. TMD dataset consists of around 2000 text music dance paired samples. And several evaluation metrics are used. First, FID score measures motion realism, and R-Precision evaluates the alignment between motion and text. Diversity and multimodality measures motion variation, and lastly, Beat Align score measures how well the generated dance motion follows music beat. Comparatively, motion editing achieves the best performance across all benchmarks. For example, on Human ML3D, it reduces the FID score by over 15% compared to previous state-of-the-art models like MoMask and BEM. And on AISD++, it achieves the highest bit alignment score, indicating strong music motion coherence. Collaboratively, the model generates highly expressive and coherent motion. In the text-to-motion task, generated motions closely reflect the linguistic cues from input text description, such as both hands above head and clockwise, and thus picks up something and throw it away. In the music to dance task, the style and rhythm of the dance align well with different genres like disco or Chicago house and tech house music. Thank you for listening, and feel free to take questions or discuss further. Thank you.